So honestly, we have to talk about what happened in those last few episodes. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the kind of new series that's kind of on right now. Um Gachigo or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but I do know it did get a season 2 announcement like last week. So yeah, just something to keep on the back of my mind while I talk about this. But a lot of things. The big thing that was revealed in this episode, more specifically at the end of this episode, was that apparently Rudo, he seems to be the son of this original, or not original, but he seems to be the son of this guy that seemed he was important. It seemed like he was best friends with this very powerful spellcaster. Um, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna dive into that history in season 2. But it seems like Ruto is one of those kids. He's like, his dad was this big guy or whatever, this special guy. Um, that was one of the reveals, which was pretty big. But the other reveal, which is probably even bigger, was that so towards the end of the um, episode, we see Amo. She's in like a dungeon, and she's in a dungeon, chained up, and someone approaches her cage, and obviously she's like Rudo, because she's like hallucinating or whatever. But we get a closer look, and it looks like one of the cleaner guys. Um, like that very quiet guy, with the hair up, very long arms. Yeah, that guy. We see him, and then that's when the episode kind of cuts. And so there's two ways we can go about it. One is like maybe they just have a guy very like that looks like him. Maybe from like maybe they're brothers, they're good friends, they were best friends. Maybe from the same village, but like, or I just don't feel comfortable giving him that label right away. Because I mean, maybe it could be someone that has the same stuff as him. But the other possibility is that it could be him. And um, maybe he is a double agent. And honestly, I wouldn't be so surprised because he's like, since his introduction, he's like kind of been like the black sheep of the whole crew. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I kind of get him. Like, I wouldn't want to, like, I'm not a very talkative person. Like, in groups, I like to keep to myself. But it feels like, specifically in this series, it seems like they're specifically, like, kind of foreshadowing him. Kind of giving him those traits that, like, his loner, not even his, like, teammates, um, like have his back. Like I'm pretty sure they have his back, but like not. We don't see him like talk to each other as much as they do to like other members. So I don't know. Maybe he is a double agent. But either way, yeah, we got that reveal, which was huge. Um, I guess some more on the episode. So one of the main things that was happening in this episode was that it seemed like the military police of the ground. The version of that, it seemed like they, got wind um, yeah, there's actually this fear, right? So, obviously, they're here to take him. And, obviously, the boss says, oh, you have no probable cause, he hasn't done anything wrong. And, besides, he's, working for us now. So, I'll be very hard for that to happen. Um, and I guess we'll get more of that information because I think that's where we ended. That was the last thing of you can't do that to Rudo because he has done anything wrong, um, and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, that's where that conversation kind of ended. So I guess they put a pin on that for now. Like, kind of bought him some time. Um, but but the main thing I want to talk about was the small things. So, like, if cause there was this thought in my head. So, if back in episode 1, when Rudo received the gloves from his adoptive father, and he died. A hooded guy killed him. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like that was kind of important to mention. Like, there's obviously a connection. I hope we dive more into it as to why that hooded guy even wanted to kill Rudo in the first place. It's obvious that he wanted to go for the users and collect it like they did. Yeah. Like they did with Amma, which is another thing that panic puzzled me. Like, why did they even give it to Amma? Maybe it was for safekeeping. Could be that. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more information. Like I said in season 2. But yeah, why I don't know why they would give Amma that. If obviously the reason that Rudo's adopted father was killed in the first place was because the mascot wanted to collect these things. And if you remember that flashback with when Amo got those boots, it seemed like he wasn't the only person working he's not, it's obvious he's not working alone. Either that time or the time when we got a flashback of someone carrying, it seemed like a woman to cross the border. So I feel like those people are the same people. Um, but yeah, I guess more information on that in season 2. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this. Sorry. Sorry for. Excuse me. But yeah, just kind of wanted to make this video. I mean, literally, episode 24 came out, and I just finished watching it. So what better time to do? I just thought I would make a quick video on it, especially especially when I'm repeating that season 2 was announced. Oh, and that brings me to my last thing before I end the video. So one of the things I actually wanted to bring up was if you saw episode 23, when they defeat the trash beast and on the ground chilling, we see the blonde-haired girl. She's like, it seems like she's dead, just laying there dead. And then when we zoom out, we see the girl, the white-haired girl, the girl that beat Zonka when like they were like in the academy, when like he was like always number two and she was like number one. We see her kind of aura farming on the cliff with her cool like katana. We can tell like she obviously joined the Raiders. Hopefully there's more explanation on that of this Raider culture because I don't think each Raider is like, okay, this is our one and only goal. I feel like there are a bunch of different kind of Raiders, and I wonder what kind she is. Um, but yeah, um, I guess one more thing I do wanna kind of mention was that it'll be interesting, like, cause like now that we know she's out there and alive and she's a raider, it's kind of inevitable in season two that like Zonka and her kind of meet up. So that'll be interesting because as we know, Zonka was always number two. She, ever since they sparred, she was like the new number one. Um, so I mean that'll be interesting. Um, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.